Today is a great, wonderful, amazing, incredible day, and I'll tell you why, because it's a Sweden day. Swedish Christmas traditions. Without further ado, let's get into this reaction. Let's go.
Other than the state-sanctioned dildos given out to every Swedish citizen at the end of each year, there is not much to look forward to during winter in Sweden. There is no sun and no social...
See, this is what I keep hearing from my Swedes. You guys keep telling me winter is not the best time to come to Sweden because everyone's miserable. It's not the nicest time of year. You should come in the summer. Come in the summer. Come in the summer. And I'm like, I really like winter. Not that I like winter the season, but I like Christmas. That's what it is, really. I don't like winter, but I like Christmas. But yeah, he's got a point. I mean, it is dark and gloomy, and it goes dark really early in Sweden.
There is not much to look forward to during winter in Sweden. There is no sun and no social life, and you would rather paper cut like the very tip of your nether regions than go outside. Your face freezes off if you even consider perhaps opening a window. In fact, most Swedish people don't even make it through their first winter unless they go to Thailand, which to be fair, most Swedish people do. So having in...
Do you know what? I don't know if you guys know, like, I was living in Thailand for a while. I'm no longer in Thailand, but I'm still in Southeast Asia. But, yeah, there were quite a few Swedes. I bumped into quite a few Swedes. Like, there was a guy that owned a restaurant in Thailand, in Bangkok, and he was Swedish. And there were a few Swedes in Phuket. I went on holiday in Phuket, and there was a few Swedes in the hotel as well. So, yeah, you guys like Thailand. You do. Let me know in the comment section if you've been to Thailand. I love Thailand, it's amazing.
Any opportunity to celebrate is obviously a welcome one. Så ja, men visst fan, julen. Oj, vad roligt. Now, Christmas in Sweden might be a bit different from what you're used to in your country, perhaps. So here is a quick and a cheerful guide to Swedish Christmas traditions.
I can't get over his English. His English, he sounds so British. He's clearly Swedish, but he sounds so British. I don't know what you guys think. Let me know in the comment section below, but his accent. I've reacted to one of his videos before and I've been like, is he a Brit that just knows how to speak Swedish? Or is he a Swede who just knows how to speak English like a Brit? I don't know.
Oj, vad roligt.
Christmas in Sweden.
So let's get rid of the general stuff first. So Christmas is celebrated on the 24th of December in Sweden rather than the 25th. We don't really have any traditions relating to Christmas Day here in Sweden, other than being hungover, I suppose. We celebrate on Christmas Eve because that's when Jesus first got away with shoplifting, I think. Cities in Sweden...
This guy. Yeah, so you don't do anything on Christmas Day apart from just recover. So your Christmas Day is like our Boxing Day. We call the 26th. The 26th of December is our Boxing Day. The day when we're hungover and we're full and we eat leftovers. So you do that on Christmas Day. So weird. But do you know why I like it? Do you know why I love it? It's because I can hang out with you guys. I can like... What was I trying to say? I was going to say I could hang out with you guys on Christmas Eve. No, but like on Christmas Eve, I can wish you guys a Merry Christmas. For me, it won't be Christmas. I'm going to be very busy on Christmas Day because I'm going to be with my family. But I can wish you guys a Merry Christmas on Christmas Day for you because I won't be celebrating it. Does that make sense? It made sense in my mind.
Now decked out with Christmas decorations this time of year. Greta can eat her own shit. We need to beat seasonal affective disorder at all costs, you know. Some say these decorations are a bit much and even pretty crass, but I think they represent the teachings of our Lord perfectly. Okay, so let's go through the typical Swedish Christmas Eve so that you know what to expect if this is your first one, you know. So in the morning you wake up in giddy excitement because you know that today is a very special day. You make coffee, thanking the Lord with each sip, and then you go for a thorough clean and shave everywhere because Jesus knows and doesn't appreciate if there is any hair anywhere below your eyebrows. So you've had coffee in Jesus' name, now it's time for cereal in Odin's. We are nothing if not pragmatic here in Sweden. We like to cover our bases, you know. Next you need to get the presents ready, of course, because you will have to carry them all to your designated celebration area. This place is determined by the Swedish state so as to distribute Christmas spirit equally among the Swedish people. Mine is at my mum's place, for instance, luckily. Nothing about how my mum has decorated her house is very typical for Christmas in Sweden, except for the Christmas tree, I suppose, and the picture of Cary Grant. These embroideries...
Who Who's that? Gregory Peck. Do you know who that is? I don't know who that is.
He's really captured the Swedish Christmas spirit as well.
The Beatles.
Well, by the way. Anyway, the presents are very important for Swedish Christmas celebration. Most people would say that they are essentially the only reason they bother celebrating at all. Putting
It's the same in England. Presents is literally... Christmas is just like... See, I love all parts of Christmas. The gift-giving part, I could just leave that out. Because I'd just rather purchase my own thing. You know? Like, there's always going to be someone who purchases something and you're like, well, that's nice, thank you, but I didn't really need that kind of thing. And I think, like, especially for your parents, like, they spend all that money at Christmas time. And really, gift giving, unless you have kids in your family, does it need to happen? I don't know. I don't think we need to give gifts. I don't know. It's just me. That is just me. I prefer the family meal, hanging out, playing games, all that Christmassy stuff, rather than gift giving. But hey, we do it every year. It's tradition.
up with meeting the family all day has to come with some sort of reward and incentive, you know.
Daytime.
Once you reach your place of merriment, the celebrations begin straight away. You take a couple of shots to kickstart the Christmas spirit.
Nice.
You put on your silly Christmas jumper, remove your pants, and go ham on the snacks. These include sega jävla tomtar, knäck, a snack designed to fuck up your teeth.
What the hell is that? Connect? Did you say connect? How did you say that? Say that again.
Sega jävla tomtar, knäck, a...
Knäck. It looks like toffee or something. It says something about ruining your teeth. These look delicious though. I think I've seen these sweets before. Not in this shape. Not like shaped like Santa. But the actual like marshmallowy kind of sweet. I've seen them before. But these, I have never seen them before.
Snacks. These include sega jävla tomtar, knäck, a snack designed to fuck up your teeth as efficiently as possible. Pepparkakor, homemade if you are posh, Lidl's own if you are not, and
the same in the UK, Lidl if you're not posh. But gingerbread men, we have them at Christmas as well. Same.
A shit ton of glögg. Now, once you're just
which we call mulled wine,
the right combination of tipsy and a little bit disgusted, it's time for Kalle Anka. Oj, 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 Kalle jävla Anka, Jesus Christ. Or Balle Anka, as I've been told that some people up in Luleå call it. I don't know. It's the Swedish name for Donald Duck. Because at 3 p.m. on...
I know this. You watch that Donald Duck movie thing that comes on every year. But I would say it's weird. It kind of is weird that it's that specific thing that you watch. Maybe I should watch that. Because I'm really interested. I might watch it on my Patreon. Yeah, I might do that. But yeah, you guys watch that every single year. We don't have a specific like Christmas movie that we watch. We have the Queen's speech at Christmas, where she, may she rest in peace. I always say Queen. King's speech now, where he'll make a little delivery to the nation of prosperity and goodness and love for the year 2025, that type of thing. But we don't have like a specific TV show that we watch. Although every Christmas, Home Alone comes on and all those Christmas movies. So, hey, I guess that's a bit Christmassy.
On Christmas Eve, we all collectively watch as some poor C-list celebrity lights a candle and then introduces an hour of Disney cartoons, just like we are instructed in the holy texts. It's the same 1 hour each year. Everyone in Sweden knows every line by heart, and everyone watches the whole fucking thing every year. It's really like a mass psychosis. Then it's finally time to...
It's like a mass psychosis. But we are very tribal. Human beings are very tribal. As much as we say, no, we're modern now, blah, 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 blah. We're not primitive like we used to be. Human beings are very tribal. Look at COVID, for example. They said, put on a mask and walk around with this mask on. It's going to protect you from catching COVID. And we all did it. Did we all still catch COVID? Yes. Because we're tribal. We do what everyone else does. So we're a collective people. So I'm not surprised that you guys still watch the exact same hour special that you watch every single year, even though you know it off by heart and you've seen it, and it's just tradition. You just do it because everyone does it. It signifies Christmas. So there you go.
to hand out the Christmas presents. Yeah, blah. One member of the family takes on the role of Santa Claus, or Claes Olsson as we call him here, and distributes the presents from under the Christmas tree. This is a sacred ritual dating back to before Sweden was a Christian country. So with each present handed out, you also need to give a gift to Odin in the form of a blood sacrifice. Now we in my family usually go with either kittens or hamsters, just because they're very sort of easy to handle and don't make too much of a fuss. But I know that other
This guy's so funny. Like, why is he so funny? I don't get how he's very, very dry. Very, very comedic, but very dry comedic. Like, he's a funny guy.
Families go with, you know, small dogs or even foreigners as well. When all the presents are handed out and everyone is done faking gratitude, it's time for the youngest member of the family, so that's me, to clean up all the wrapping paper and all the blood, and the rest of the family goes over to the Christmas dinner table.
Okay.
The evening begins with everyone seated around the Christmas table, or julbordet. Again, the Christmas spirit is given a helping hand by way of plenty of alcohol. There's a bunch of dishes and foods.
I love food. I don't know if you can tell. Yeah, delicious. I would have all of it. You have a lot of cold and hot food together, right? You have cold food and hot food on the same table. There's like, yeah, I just noticed that. I like that it's higgledy-piggledy. That's a very British term, meaning it's just an array of everything. It's very higgledy-piggledy. Like, you have, like, different things. You have sausages there. You have, like, I don't know what that is. Bread there. You've got different things on the table. And nothing really goes together. Maybe to you it does. But nothing really, like, goes together as, like, a dish. It's just kind of like a buffet. And I like that because even though in Britain it's not like a buffet, in Britain it's a very set type of meal where you have the same kind of stuff on a plate and they go together, and we even serve that stuff in restaurants like on a Sunday. But because I'm from a Caribbean background, I have the British Christmas, but then I also have Caribbean food on the table, so it looks very much like this, very like all sorts of different types of dishes, and like a buffet style. So I'm very used to that. So for me, it's not weird, but for like a typical Brit who has a typical British Christmas Day meal, this is kind of strange because there's a lot on the table. I'm married to a typical Brit who has the straight down the middle British Christmas dinner. So I've had that. This is weird for a typical Brit
to choose from, especially if you are not a weak-ass soy boy who only eats vegetarian and vegan foods.
Well,
so I don't have much to choose from.
I'm sorry for the vegans. Don't get offended. It's a joke.
But everyone else enjoys the dead animals to the fullest in the form of julskinka, strömming, prinskorv, köttbullar, and pölsa, whatever the fuck that is. I think it's mashed up tendon.
What is that? Ooh, guys, you do not eat that, do you? What is that?
Bullar and pölsa, whatever the
pölsa. Ooh. He said mashed up tendon.
fuck that is. I think it's mashed up tendons and lungs and stuff. I don't know. Most people who eat pölsa don't probably focus too much on what they're actually putting in their mouth, you know.
That's
then
horrible.
It's time for the julgröt. Ja, visst fan.
Julgröt.
This is just rice porridge.
I just love the sound of your language, guys. I don't know, like Swedish. When I hear it, I get like I feel like a warm, fuzzy hug. When I hear the Swedish, I don't know what it is about the way your language sounds. I love it. I love it. I should probably be learning it. I know. I should probably be going to Swedish lessons and learning how to speak Swedish because I do like it so much. But alas, I do not have. I do have time. I'm in Asia. Who's going to teach me how to speak Swedish in Asia? It's not happening. Maybe online, but I don't know. That takes time. I don't know. We'll see. I think depends how deep my obsession gets. Basically, I'm waiting to go to Sweden. And once I go to Sweden, if I do fall in love, which I'm probably going to fall in love with Sweden, let's be honest. If I do, then I will take the plunge and I'll be like, okay, tell my partner, we're moving to Sweden. We need to learn Swedish. Learn Swedish, move to Sweden. Maybe. I don't know. Might
porridge,
happen.
usually served with milk, sugar, and cinnamon. There's also a saying or a tradition relating to this. You put like an almond in the porridge.
Sorry, I missed
So a
it.
saying. This is just actually putting in their mouth, you know. Then it's time for the julgröt. Ja, visst fan. This is just rice porridge, usually served with milk.
Oh, it's rice porridge. Yeah. But your rice porridge looks very fancy. Like when we have rice, what we call rice pudding, which is I think is quite similar, same thing. We don't really. Yours looks more fancy. Like you put cinnamon on it, and it just looks. That just looks very fancy.
Milk, sugar, and cinnamon. There's also a saying or a tradition relating to this. You put like an almond in the porridge, and then whoever gets the almond is said to, for sure, catch syphilis before the year is over. When you are enjoying the food, it's very common for a fight to break out.
Guys, what's he talking about? He's too funny. Is he being serious? I can't tell when he's being serious and when he's actually joking. Is there a tradition of putting the almond in the middle? I know this catching syphilis bit is not a thing, but is there a tradition of putting an almond in the middle of your porridge?
Catch syphilis before the year is over. When you are enjoying the food, it's very common for a fight to break out over, you know, politics or a cultural matter, or just simply because father didn't enjoy a certain dish. If the Christmas spirit is soured in any way, it can quickly be reinvigorated through more and more shots, of course. To round off the celebrations, it's time for the Christmas family orgy. Stuffed to the brim with food, alcohol and snacks, we continue to stuff ourselves in even more exciting ways. Now, I've been told that this might be a bit unique to my family Christmas celebrations, but father does get very angry if he doesn't get what he deserves at the end of the year. Otherwise, you know, what was the point in even having kids and so on. After this, everyone goes back home, waddling through the snow with a broken spirit and a bleeding asshole.
What the hell? this got very dark. I can see why the screen's gone dark. That was really dark. What is he talking about? Anyways, let me continue.
So ja jävla peace. That's how you celebrate Swedish Christmas. Wow. Thank you very much for watching, as always. And this is the first time I get to do this. Thank you very much to the Patreons who support me on Patreon. These people have the honor of being the first ever Patreons of this channel. And thank you also to everyone who has subscribed on Twitch and given up bits.
Thank you to my Patreons as well. I know I'm like trying to be better with my Patreon page. Yeah, we've got a lot of content on there though. There's a lot of content. There's like hundreds of movies and TV shows. There's that many. There's that many. So technically, when you go on my Patreon, there's a back catalogue of like over a year of me nearly every single week watching something. So I need to not feel bad. There's been a couple of weeks I've been like, oh, I can't post this week, but I'm not gonna be bad on myself because there is a lot of content, and I am gonna be coming back regularly, and I'm gonna be doing some Christmas movies in the next week for my Patreon peeps. So yeah, watch out for that. But I like this guy. He's funny.
Bits and stuff. Everyone who has, you know, contributed financially to this mess of a channel.
He's very funny, he's very witty. He reminds me of somebody when I was young, when I used to watch YouTube, like the good old days of YouTube. He has that kind of humor. Like, do you remember Charlie Is So Cool? Do you guys remember him? He's like a British YouTuber. Sorry, she, because they are now a trans woman. So yeah, but back then he was called Charlie. Charlie Is So Cool. And his videos were really, really like this. Had a similar sense of humor to this young lad. Anyways, yeah, really enjoyed that. Let me know if, apart from all the graphic family orgies and stuff that he was talking about, apart from that, was this quite accurate to how a Swedish Christmas day is? Let me know in the comment section below. Guys, Merry Christmas as always. Until the next one, I will see you soon.